Happy Thanksgiving. Welcome to FRC Media News for Thursday, November 23rd, 2017. I'm Keith Tebow. Hoping you're all enjoying your holiday with family and friends. Tonight we will report on next steps toward construction of a new BMC Durfee High School. And we will dedicate the rest of our show to profiling those groups who lend a hand to those in need this holiday season. First, we normally check in with Will Richmond at the Herald News about some of the top news topics of the week, but Will has this week off, but we've got the boss with us today. Pleased to be joined by Lynn Sullivan, the editor-in-chief at the Herald News. Lynn, welcome. Happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. I
wanted to spend some time today, during this time of giving and being thankful and looking forward to the holiday season. The Herald News has been involved with a fundraising initiative, giving back to the community in the way that the Herald News does. The Forever Herald News Holiday Fund kicked off, I believe, last week with an event. Talk a little bit about the fund in general, how long it's been around, and what its general purpose is in terms of serving the community.
Sure. Okay, so we're going back to like 1999, I believe. A former publisher had started it. It's one of those things where every day we see the need in the community. We report on that, on different, aspects of the need, and we figured what we could do is sort of highlight it, publicize it, and get people to donate, and we would disperse the money to Citizens for Citizens and Salvation Army. Because, they're the experts in that. They're the experts in helping people and finding who needs what and getting them what they need. So it's really an honor to be able to do this, especially at the holidays.
Now, how's the program evolved over the years in terms of some of the events you may have that run in conjunction with the fund and raising the money? Has that changed over the years?
Oh, yeah. We're always trying to find something new. About 7 years ago, I think we partnered with the Bristol County Chamber of Commerce, and we had our kickoff last week. We do this every year with them. We have a silent auction at the Venus de Milo, which they're such gracious hosts for us, and it's really a great event. We get wonderful, wonderful prizes donated by different area businesses and organizations, and, it's a nice night to sort of mingle and gets everybody in that holiday mood. And then 2 years ago, this will be our third year, we partnered with Sandy and Dave Dennis at the Creative Arts Network, formerly AHA, and we started a Festival of Trees where folks can, for $50, folks can sponsor a Christmas tree, decorate it however they want, according to whatever theme that they want, and the trees are displayed at Government Center. And so, the first year we had about 20. Last year we had a little more than 40 trees. So this year we're hoping to double it again. And the trees are honestly amazing. It blows me away how creative people in this community are. And we have people, our readers get to vote on the winner. And even that is it's a really fun thing. I get phone calls, I get emails, I get, Facebook likes and whatnot. So it's really a wonderful thing. People love to see the trees all decorated. It makes Government Center look very festive. So that was just another way to raise some money.
Yeah, I know the Festival of Trees this year is on December 16th, which is a Saturday coming up in a few weeks. We took part last year, and you may see us again this year.
Oh, I hope I do. I hope I do.
Have a tree as part of our efforts here at FRC Media. Now, in terms of the collection of funds, how can people contribute, and how long will contributions be accepted?
We take contributions until just like New Year's, and then we disperse them later, in January to CFC and to the Salvation Army. So people can they can mail checks made out to the Holiday Fund to us at the Herald News at 207 Pecasset Street in Fall River, or they can, even on our website, we have like a little button if people would rather do online. I know I definitely do it that way, through PayPal. And but honestly, any amount helps. What is $100 for somebody is $2, $3, $4. That's a big sacrifice for somebody else. So these organizations need all the help that they can get, so we'll take anything. And then each day in the paper, we publish the names of the people that have donated. If they choose not to, if they'd rather be anonymous, that's fine. And then for the past, I'd say probably about 7 years, too, we've been running a list it started out as the 100 Club. So anybody that donated $100 or more would be, we list it in the paper in a rail every day. So, and then a few years ago we bumped it up a little bit, so you could have a gold sponsor. So that's if you were donated over $250, and then silver sponsors like over 100, and then still the 100 Club. So that's actually a popular thing. I think it's nice for people to see, you know, who's generous, who's really generous in this community. So.
Right. Now, does the fund have a goal for this year? Are goals set for this, and how do you establish that?
We internally set goals
Right.
for ourselves. We typically raise about $30,000. So over the years,
great.
we've raised more than $400,000 for these organizations. But I mean, I would love to hit $30,000 this year. If we could get more, that would be even better. So.
Well, Lynn, I appreciate your time today, and you know, good luck with the holiday fund. And this is the perfect day on Thanksgiving to share the information about how the Herald News and others in our community are helping those in need. So thank you. Enjoy the rest of your holiday week, and we'll talk again soon.
Thank you.
We'll have more FRC Media News right after this.
Here are some job descriptions on the latest hot jobs list from the Fall River Career Center. Emergency physician. St. Anne's Hospital, located at 795 Middle Street, is looking for a full-time emergency physician responsible for serving patients in the southeastern Massachusetts and Rhode Island area. Job number 9869839. Property manager. Hall Keene Management Incorporated, located at 1082 Davall Street, is in need of a full-time property manager to manage a 200-unit Section 8 family community property in the Fall River area. Job number 9855098. Cashier Associate. Burlington Coat Factory, located at 181 Mariano Bishop Boulevard, is looking for a full-time cashier associate responsible for maintaining presentation standards in the store, as well as operating a cash register with exceptional customer service. Job number 9867922. Kindred at Home, located at 275 Martine Street, is looking to fulfill the following full-time positions. Occupational therapist, job number 9862696. Registered nurse, job number 9862676. Bridgestone Retail Operations, located at 748 Pleasant Street, is looking to fulfill the following full-time positions. Retail store manager, job number 9871036. Automotive technician mechanic, job number 9869496. For more information on these or other positions, visit frcmedianews.org or call the Fall River Career Center at 508-730-5000.
Welcome back. The Fall River School Committee unanimously voted this week to approve the construction of a new BMC Durfee High School. Via a phone interview on Wednesday, FRC Media News spoke with School Department Chief Operating Officer Ken Pacheco. He said the school committee is required by state law to vote on the construction project, but is not responsible to fund the $260 million proposed plan. Pacheco says that financial responsibility falls upon Mayor Jaisio Correa after he discusses the construction plan with the City Council. Stay with FRC Media News as we will have more updates on this story as it unfolds. In related school committee news, City Corporation Counsel Joe Macy last week released his legal opinion that newly elected school committee member Joshua Hetzler will be allowed to serve in that role. There was a question whether Hetzler, who placed fifth in the final election, could accept the position because of provisions in the newly voted city charter. Under the new form of governance, there is a provision that states city employees cannot serve on two city-compensated jobs. We caught up with Hetzler last week, who is currently employed as a firefighter, to get his opinion on Judge Macy's opinion.
Relieved. I was absolutely hoping that that was what they were going to rule, and that's how they were going to find my situation. And I had confidence that that was going to take place. Speaking to the Charter Commission members prior to the election, they said, "You should be all set, Josh." And then I kind of took them for their word. After, of course, I was elected and the charter passed, it became a legal question now. So I'm happy where we're at right now. My focus right now is Well, first of all, I'll get sworn in January and serve the city as a member of the school committee. But what I'm really worried about and what I think is really unconstitutional is the fact that they're not allowing any other city employee to serve in both a city council and school committee capacity and still be employed by the city, and I don't think that's right. So if there's anything in the charter that I disagree with and I would like to see change moving forward, I would like to strike any language that says that a city employee can't serve.
Have you thought ahead to the next election?
I have. Based on the opinion I received from the judge, it looks as though all those new rules in the charter will absolutely be in effect on the next election cycle. So again, I'm going to have to look into how do we change that language? Is there a mechanism to change the language between now and the next election so that way I could serve another term?
With the holiday season now upon us, FRC Media News searched out various charitable organizations that provide free meals to low-income families. And one such place is the Salvation Army on Bedford Street in Fall River. Caseworker Cassie Eddy told us that her establishment buys food from the Boston Food Bank.
Every week I'll go onto their website and I'll just see what they have available. There's different things every time. Some things are for cost and some are for free. So as I look through what they have, sometimes there's also a minimum on what you can purchase or even for free that you can have. So I will just pick the things that suit our needs best, fill our cart usually to about 3,000 pounds, and then our poor major will go up there and load the truck and bring it back and unload it. So it's quite the process, but it's definitely worth it. The soup kitchen, we usually have between 60 and 130, 140 people on any given Sunday or Thursday. As they come in, they're told about different opportunities like Thanksgiving dinner, and we do get a huge crowd for that. They know that they'll be treated well and have a really big meal, so they look forward to it.
And it's free and open to anyone?
Absolutely free and open to anyone.
Do they need to have identification?
Absolutely not.
Another place where low-income families can get free meals as well as donated clothing and medical care is at the Saturday Kitchen located at the Holy Ghost Church in Fall River. Here's project manager Joseph Primo.
The kitchen started with my son's Eagle project in 1987. That's when this started. Chef Kerr at Diamond said to Gregory, why don't you feed people? You want to do a service project, feed people. So we went to St. Patrick's and we fed. We did so good with Charlton's help that we did it 2 weeks in a row and Greg made Eagle. And then it went on and we were doing it, but then Liz heard it back. Greg was at Johnson and Wales, 3 cars, we had to stop. So about, 20 years ago, Dr. Ali was in the lounge with me. We were having coffee, the doctor's lounge. And one of the guys came in and said, my son needs a service project. He got in trouble at school. He needs to do 20 hours. I don't want him picking leaves. I want him. So I says, he says, but what about your kitchen? I says, I had to stop it because of money-wise. Dr. Ali called me into the back and said, I'll take it over. So he's been with us 20 years this year. He's been paying for this privately. He pays for the last week of the month, whatever we want. I just picked up 14 bags of food from his office, from the girls. I just picked up money to buy more turkeys. And also they're buying Christmas toys. Dr. Ali is a big sponsor of the Saturday Kitchen. And then Dr. Carr came, and we were doing very good, doing 2. And Dr. Carr got transferred, so we stopped. And in jumps Dr. Worthington of South Coast, Dr. North of South Coast, Dr. George of South Coast, and Dr. Miller. They started buying all our paper products. Dr. Worthington started paying for the second one. So now we're able to do 2 a month and do food bags and clothes. We average about 175 people at a Saturday sitting. I like the reason to call it Saturday Soup Kitchen. I don't like the soup kitchen. I don't like that word. It just reminds me of the 40s. When my dad died, this gentleman, Pops, took over watching me because I was kind of boisterous. And he'd look at me like you're looking at me and say, Joe, calm down. And when Pops passed away, I always wanted to have shirts that said the Saturday Kitchen. And Pop's wife, Sam, who was cleaning out his desk, found a picture of a baker. And she brought it to me and said, he was going to surprise you with this. So right now, our soup kitchen has 31 people involved. That's not counting outside help. That's the actual help that we have on list that Liz calls and takes care of all the bookings. And We all made them. We all had a meeting. We all pay for our own shirts. The doctors, everybody gives the money for the shirt, and it says Saturday Kitchen in memory of Pops. We are very fortunate. We have Bank 5, let's just put their van on their property. We do blood pressure checks, cholesterol checks. We do tetanus shots. And if they have a problem, Charlton takes care of that. With the bank's help, they pay the insurance, so we couldn't do it. Bay Coast has been coming. They've been very good. South Coast and New Bedford has been excellent. We love them. They're just full of fun, and they want to be there. That's what you want. The Lioness has been coming. These are all groups that take care of the kitchen, which consists of having 8 waiters. In the kitchen, what it is you take care of your table. Every table has a number, and you stay at your table. And Liz makes the food. I'm not in the back. I do not cook. I don't boil water. I stay out front. And really, Saturday, I love it. We shouldn't have to do it in our country. But to see them come in and actually and say the food's good, and little kids say that they can have a second glass of milk, there is a need. There's a big need. You have the groups that, like the veterans, well, they have problems coming home. We all know that. Then you have the young children with babies. And then you have mixed variety of people divorced or people living in apartments. Well, you live in an apartment all alone. Sometimes you want to be alone. Not every day. I just love doing it. Today started at 7 o'clock this morning. I've been running food. I've got 259 pounds of food donated that we will bag Friday afternoon. On a Friday night, we all go down, and I'm very lucky. Carol from Dunkin' Donuts on the Avenue loves to do the clothes. She does a marvelous job, and all our clothes are either from doctors or friends we know. We accept no clothes from strangers. We don't accept. And we go on. I think there's a need. Now that St. Mark's has closed up the Flint, it's given our numbers bigger. We could see a bigger increase in the and with St. Mark's used to do Saturday like us. Now we're the only one Saturday. The next one we're doing, this week we're doing one. People think we're nuts. We're opening Saturday. They're going to be hungry Saturday. You think the turkey's going to last all week? No. So Saturday we'll do American chop suey. We're going to do pudding. We're going to do clothes and food bags. And whatever we can help with there. A lot of times we check their monitor for diabetes. They're dirty and they're not calibrated right. So the nurses will come out and go over that. If they see someone cold, they'll get towel. It's different having a staff and nurses and doctors around. If you're interested, please call Elizabeth Primo. And the number is 508-673-0025. And if you've got a child that's going to confirmation and needs the hours, we suggest you bring 2. Because that way, he's got a friend. And once you're in there, we suggest if you do come, like if a group, say St. Mary's Church wants to come, we suggest 8 people. That's the tables. They would wait the tables. And that's what they would do. They would wait tables, clean them, and you go in one way and out because Liz cuts toes off because you don't want an accident. And the boys would do soda, water, dessert.
Thanksgiving is early this year, and that means people have more time to shop for the upcoming Christmas holidays. We spoke with Client Services Coordinator Ann Fenton from the local office of the Massachusetts Small Business Development Center and asked her why Fall River residents should shop locally.
Well, that's a good question. They'll shop locally to support the community and the mom and pop shops that are small businesses. And small businesses hire most of the employees. They create most of the jobs. And we want to be able to support them and keep them in business throughout the holidays and then into the new year.
And the unique gifts they give are timeless, correct?
That's right. That's right. They can find things that are handmade usually and specialty shops, things that you're not going to find at a big box store.
And also a sense of community, because when you go into the mom and pop shops, you get to know the owners and the managers. Is that correct?
That's right. That's right. It really does increase the community awareness. And if you find somebody that you like, you're going to go back and shop again.
And in terms of economic development, does it help boost the economy to shop locally?
Yes, it does. It returns the dollars back to the community. And then organizations like the U.S. Small Business Administration, which is one of our main funders, they can have more money to fund other programs so that everybody can get some help when they're starting their new business. Or if they want to grow a business, they can come and see us.
We'll have more FRC Media News right after this.
Today on Hot Dogs and Cool Cats, we got two here for you. This right here is Poppy, and this is Brewskis. They're both 12-year-olds, so they are seniors. They're schnauzers, miniature schnauzers. Very nice dogs, but as I said, they are older. The lower key, not a super ton of energy, but they do make good companions. As you can tell, Brewski in particular here really likes a good bit of affection. Both of them, they are a bonded pair. They were an owner surrender from somebody that could no longer keep them. They have been living together for quite a while, so ideally we would want them to be adopted together. So if you'd like to come down and see one, or ideally both of these guys, we are located at 300 Linwood Street here in Fall River, and we're at Forever Paws Animal Shelter.
So today we have Blaine. He's a shy, gray domestic short-haired male. He's extremely shy, but he needs a person that is able to treat him like a baby. He just really wants the human contact. He loves to cuddle. He will actually curl up in my lap. So if you'd like to see Blaine, you can come down to Forever Paws. We're located at 300 Linwood Ave in Fall River, Massachusetts. We're open every day, 11 to 4, except for Wednesday. Come on down and meet him.
Finally this week, wondering what to do with all those Thanksgiving turkey-related leftovers from today? Well, here's a few suggestions from Bristol Community College professor and chef Gloria Cabral.
Oh my God, there's so many things you do. In my house, I usually make twice as much turkey just to have leftovers. Our favorite is turkey shepherd's pie. That's when you take all the leftover stuffing and turkey and then put the gravy, all the leftover vegetables in there, mashed potatoes. And what I like to do a lot of times, I freeze it. So down the road, I can have another Thanksgiving dinner. And if simple things like turkey tetrazzini, you have extra spaghetti sauce, take some of your turkey, a little bit of gravy, or a cream of chicken soup, throw some veggies in it, heat it up, and put it on top of spaghetti. That sound good?
Yes, but also, how about sandwiches?
Well, sandwiches are fun because like I said, we'll make a bunch for last us a couple of days, and I make our own my own cranberry sauce, so it has a whole different flavor. But if you want to take it to another level, you make your sandwich, then you dip it in like an egg mixture, egg and milk, like French toast, and then when you get that there, you put it on the grill and you grill it as like a Monte Cristo. So that's a whole extra calories. So you have to decide which way you want to go. But I can just eat but I like to buy a nice crunchy bread for my sandwich. So this way you're eating it and you're still experiencing it. And again, dip it in gravy and it's all love there.
FRC Media News. You can catch FRC Media News Thursdays and Fridays at 6 p.m. and online 24/7 at frcmedianews.org. For all of us here at FRC Media News, I'm Keith Tebow. Enjoy the rest of your holiday weekend. We'll see you next week.